Hi, I'm Nikki from Premier School of Dance. I hope you find this web tutorial helpful, and remember, practice makes perfect. Today we're going to show you how to sequin fabric. We have a velvet dress. We're going to sequin along the edge of the skirt. And because the skirt falls freely, we won't need to use a bodyboard. However, if we were going to sequin the bodice, we would use a wooden bodyboard to stretch the fabric so that when it goes onto the dancer, the sequins are correctly placed and they can actually get into the garment. So remember, if you're sequining anything on a stretch fabric, particularly on a bodice, use a bodyboard. Now make sure that you have needle and thread matching the colour of your sequins. We always do a double thread, meaning don't just do a single one, fold it over and knot it at the end. When you do the knot, make sure you do a double knot so that it's very secure. You don't want all your hard work to be undone. You will need some scissors, some cotton, get good quality cotton so it doesn't cut on the glass seed beads, some sequins, and some seed beads. Now the seed beads on the end are made of glass. When you go to the shop, just make sure that you buy your seed beads as well as your sequins. Okay, to start the process, you need to just thread the needle up through the fabric, back down through the fabric, and back up through the fabric, and that just gives you a good anchor to start your work. So give it a good tug, make sure it's nice and secure. Now looking at your sequins, there's a correct way to put your sequins on. They're a bit of a disc shape. You want to make sure that the disc or a saucer is facing upwards, not downwards. The upwards allows the light to reflect, and that's what gives you the lovely shine. So pop your sequin on, thread it down to the base of the thread, and then apply one seed bead. Make sure that you're working in a well-lit environment so that you don't strain your eyes, and it's a good idea to have separate containers for your seed beads and sequins. Now once your seed bead's on there, you're going back through the hole of the sequin only, not the seed bead. And then you pull that through, and you've applied one sequin. And then you repeat this process. You just pull it through once this time, applying a sequin the correct way up, one seed bead, and then threading it back through the sequin. Now depending on the instructions you've been given, you can either overlap your sequins, which is recommended for good coverage, or you can leave a gap. And then we'll do one more sequin coming back up through the fabric. One sequin the correct way up, one seed bead, putting it to the bottom of the thread. And you can see how Tony's separating the fabric a little bit with her fingers. This will become second nature once you start getting a bit of practice in. Pulling it through the sequin. And that's how you sequin. So just giving you an example now of a top that's already been fully sequined. And you can see once you put your fingers inside and stretch it out, the sequins are still nicely sequined together. And of course you can get different styles of sequins. You can have hologram, you can have flat, you can have different sizes as well. So just make sure you know what you're looking for when you go out and buy your sequins and seed beads.